What's going on, everybody? Sorry we haven't been filming much content. It's been nothing really exciting. I mean, I got another, I don't want to say like contract, I got some more custom work planting, helping a guy out. He has some wetter fields that he can't quite, he has a little bigger equipment. My smaller, 4-row, he has a 12-row, 200 horsepower tractor that, this one farm he does is just a little bit smaller, or it's a bit wetter. So my, smaller 4-row planter can float across the top a little better and not hopefully run it up. Also, this planter does pretty good in wet ground. As for like planting through wet spots and mud, doesn't really clog up the chute or anything. So I'm able to skirt through those, get some corn seed where it might not be the best place to go, but he's one of those, if there's not corn growing, it's gonna get weeds, which is very true. So that's what we're trying to get this set. It's just been planting corn. We did have a couple breaks. Actually, the auto steer, the little gear on the steady steer here, it's right in here that drives the wheel. That had cracked. I actually got over here. I'll show you after this turn. And yeah, so I had to manually drive the planter or the tractor. That was, whew, my hands are tired. Yeah, no, I mean it was all right. I tried to use the row markers, but this is heavy note or heavy residue. This isn't, you came through this field, dissed up a little more, but a lot of it's, just the dead grass from last fall, he never got mowed, and just these heavy, thick weeds, mugwort, milkweed, all that. So, yeah, we're planting through. We ripped a couple of the 2x2, the fertilizer tubes. So of course John Deere didn't have those, so I kind of made some things work. It's like an 8mm tube, plastic tube that everybody has like a 1/4-inch tube or 3/8. So it wasn't either of those, and they're push to connect fittings, so it didn't really work too well in that regard. But as you can see, there's just a lot of like washouts and that kind of stuff. Because he did spray last fall, so it just, dead plant material, holds some ground in place, just not the best. So anyways, we got the auto steer back today. Oh, we actually got the part today. I saw a notification that the front door there was motion, so I was like, I called Hannah, I was like, go to the front door, I think my package is there. She was bringing me some fuel anyways, and I was like, yes. So, it worked. I tried using the row markers, like I said before, it didn't really leave a mark just because of this heavy residue. So I was kind of going off of, the auto steer. It has this light bar up top, it kind of tells me how far I'm off. I can also see. But yeah, no, this little motor does some work. I mean, it's almost like I watch it, turn the steering wheel, and it's almost like the computers talk quicker to each other than the computer talks to the screen. So it's like the steering wheel is turning before, it's even showing up on the screen that I got turned. So it definitely is better. Definitely gonna have one of those spare on the shelf. Definitely ordered a bit of extra tube. Yeah, so I definitely am learning what's breaking on this planter. Also on the planter, I don't know if you guys noticed, on the 2x2 coulters, I took I guess you call them the gauge wheels off of the coulters, just because A, one snapped the bolt, so it was flopping all over the place, and then B, they were just pushing up dirt. And I talked to my one friend that also has some. He's like, yeah, we just took them off and haven't looked back, and it's been good. So I kind of took his advice. He does a lot more acres than we do, and that's what he said. So took those off. I got the right orifices, you know, so I got the fertilizer going a little more exact rate. And yeah, no, it's been good. You know, I've been planting, yeah, how many acres we're going here, but quite a few. I'm hoping that, I think the total is going to be like 90-ish. Don't take my word, but yeah. No, now I got the auto steer. Oh, it's so much nice. Auto steers, I mean, it's an investment up front, but oh, it's so nice. Just to come back and look down the, you know, right down the rows. You know, some of those rows, you know, I say I kept it within 6 inches. So, you know, some might be 36, some might be 24-inch rows, but, you know, hopefully the tires are skinny enough when they come through on the side dress. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do a side dress, maybe. Or spray if they're gonna do another pass. But, you know, hopefully they, you know, go down. I got a 4-row planter, you know, if they span 2 rows, you know, like I do, if they get that 3-row, 4-row width, might have some more problems, but they got a smaller, you know, truck sprayer down to the, you know, local nutrients, so they'll figure it out. But anyways, that's what we've been doing. Hasn't been much as for back at the farm. You know, we still got that truck sitting in the shop. I have gotten all the tools and parts, I believe, that I need to fix that. You know, I have just been trying to get this corn in for this fellow farmer, just because it is July 5th now, and corn's supposed to be knee-high, and we're just putting it in, so definitely pushing to get that set. But you know, I've kind of learned what parts I need, you know, to have on the shelf for this planter, so it's been good in that regard, and not so good that John Deere doesn't have them on the shelf. So you know, I got spares ordered. I think besides this, we have 1 or 2 more plantings of sunflowers. So after that, then we're gonna put the planter away. I think I'm gonna, honestly, I might take the row markers off, just because, you know, we use the auto steer and the row markers in most of these conditions don't even work, as I've learned. So, you know, just to get that lower bit of height, then maybe I can squeeze it in our far barn, you know, where the barns are a little lower, and get it inside a little easier, and not, you know, worry too much on that. But yeah, I think then we'll be a little narrower. But yeah, besides that, it's been going good. Trying to, you know, we can do, I think, and there's no tilt ground, you know, it's definitely, this is definitely a bit heavier soil. We're aiming at that 2-inch is about where we're at, so we're pushing decently deep. You know, I'm going about 5.5. You know, we have heavy downforce springs on it, and I try to keep the planter pretty heavy so it has that weight to, you know, push it in the ground. So we're covering about 6.7 acres an hour, which isn't bad, considering, you know, obviously turning, you know, all that, you know, we're probably more around that 4 mark. And how rough it is, you know, that was the biggest thing without the auto steer. The auto steer is always correcting. You know, when I hit a bump, it takes me a second to get my brains out from jiggling and get them back to, you know, working condition, and, you know, get it set. So definitely a little, I think the chopper guy will be able to see where it's a little, you know, wet in spots. But luckily they have a Kemper head, which is the rotary head, so you can cut whatever direction. This is silage corn, so it's going for silage. So, you know, they'll be able to chop off whichever direction, you know, however tight. You know, obviously the growing condition, 30 inches, kind of, you know, what you want for the ideal growing condition for the corn, but they should be happy. Beggars can't be choosers. We also took those gauge wheels off because I don't think I had them set up right, and my fertilizer wasn't going as deep as I'd like. You know, it was getting 2 inches, but we really want to drill it down in there. You know, get it below the corn, so when that root comes out and goes, because the roots go down, you know, it would be able to get it better. I am thinking about putting, if anybody knows a good, like, in-furrow kit. I got the seed firmers, and I have the tubes that go to them. I just need to get a squeeze pump, but I'm not sure how I get that because this is ground driven. If I have to get, you know, electric drive for that pump, or you know, how I could do that. But if anybody knows, you know, leave it in the comments, send us a message. We'll go good like row pop-up in-furrow, you know, tank setup for a 4-row. It's a 1755 planter. You know, definitely check that. You know, let me know. I haven't heard back from the John Deere sales guy. I'm sure that's probably the most expensive route to go, but I'll look into it more. So, you know, I just like to get that pop-up fertilizer right on the seed, and then the 2x2 still, you know, to have that liquid and then stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of what we've been up to. Nothing crazy exciting. Hopefully we'll get that truck fixed. I want to try to aim to, you know, knock on wood, nothing, you know, breaks here today. And I can get back, get everything home. I have a couple of hay deliveries I gotta catch up on, and then yeah, get that truck back together, because that is, you know, the nice hay delivery truck to get 120 bales on. So that's why we got it. So we'll see. See on that, and we'll go from there. So y'all stay tuned. Exciting things are to come. If I do blow out a, you know, tire, knock on wood I don't, or something exciting, I'll try to get it on camera, but it really hasn't been the most exciting breakdown, so we haven't tipped over an accumulator or anything recently. So anyways, second cut should be coming up, so if you're in it for the hay, you know, give us another week or two, and we'll be getting it. It's just been, like I've said in previous videos, just been growing slow because it's been so hot. So it is growing better now, and I think it's starting to mature, so we'll definitely get back. That's why I want to get this all set. You know, obviously corn's gotta get it. So anyways, y'all stay tuned and check out the next video, and you know, if you do know the row in-furrow tank setup, do let me know, because I'm interested in one. So y'all stay tuned.